Alright, we're back in DayZ on Xbox, and we're once again in an experimental server. So, yeah, I wanted to check this out again as people seemed quite interested in what it was, but I didn't get too many questions about asking, any more details in regards to what these experimental servers provide. So I'm guessing I kind of covered all of the essential details last time around, so that's really good. But with that, we're going to kind of go around and explore and take a look and see if we can come across any of the newer items or newer things in here, and just show off a bit more of what the experimental is. So I guess if you missed the experimental the other day, this is the testing server, so traditionally this has only been on PC in the past, and now for the first time ever they got it going on Xbox. So this isn't the first experimental server game that we've seen on, on a platform. There's been one for PUBG. So it's a rare thing. It definitely is rare, but it's not unheard of, if that makes sense. And past that, the topic of today are basically, will we see DayZ as a Xbox Series X optimized title? And will we see it also available on PlayStation 5? So that's just something I thought might be a fun topical sort of thing to go over, if that makes sense, just to have some kind of contextual thing here that's focused on the future of DayZ. So I think, with them doing this testing here, with them kind of, talking about it, looking at it in the past, I am fairly confident at this point that we will see an Xbox Series X optimized, which is the replacement for Xbox One X enhanced. So if a title was running, better on Xbox One X, 4K, blah blah blah, it would be called an Xbox One X enhanced game. That's the branding moniker for that one. And actually what this game is Xbox One X enhanced, actually. So with that, the new phrase for the next gen is Xbox Series X optimized. When you take like an older title such as DayZ and you give it a bit of a boost in certain ways. And I can definitely see that being the case. I don't think that they would necessarily charge you again for this one, because it's just gonna, run on the next generation platform. But I can see them doing a new branded version of DayZ that comes out then, one that's kind of like, maybe it's like DayZ Ultimate, for new players that want to get into it over time. So it'll be like, it'll probably bundle in Livonia and stuff like that, and that'll be the new version of it. But yes, I think it's very likely that we will see this be Xbox Series X optimized when the new console comes out. Hopefully, I maybe not for a launch, but I can definitely see it, arriving for the platform at some point in the future. Maybe they'll even have some sort of update kind of ready for it. Because I know the next one, right? So we got 1.08 is what we're playing here with the experimental. 1.09 is the one that has been confirmed after. So with that, probably a couple months, we'll maybe see 1.10 be 1.10, 1.11, assuming how guessing how fast they're doing updates. Probably 1.10. If they do that, of course, this could change at any point, depending on development and everything. 1.110 would likely be that enhanced version of the game that would release. What is that sound? Is there like a zombie in here? It's very unsettling. And with that, a PlayStation 5 version. So the backwards compatibility on PlayStation 5 is kind of like really iffy. So they said, there's going to be a lot of titles, and to expect that the, top whatever 100 PlayStation 4 games, very likely you'll be able to play the majority of them. So with that, I'm guessing maybe it'll be backwards compatible, or they might go the route of re-releasing the game. It's really hard to know, because can you not use this stove? Am I using this wrong? It's hard to know because Sony has been like strangely secretive in regards to you know, what you can do, or what they're going to be doing with their console platform. I mean, we saw the thing. I personally think it's a little bit ugly, but, you know, whatever. Maybe it'll be one of those things where you got to, like, hold onto it, you know, like, physically see the console, physically be there and be like, oh, okay, I see what they're going for. I don't know, right? Have to wait and see when we actually get the console and stuff like that. So I do think, you know, they seem to have like a bit of a renewed interest in the game we're seeing here now that like updates and stuff are going along. So it's more likely now. These don't fit into this at all, isn't this? This is the IJ whatever. I think it's more likely at this point now that we will actually see, you know, next generation versions of DayZ. Again, whether that is in the form of, what did these even take? 9.19, 0.45. So whether that's in the form of like a brand new re-release, which I don't think many companies are doing because it looks really bad on you if you do that, you know, because there's smart delivery on Xbox, right? So that people don't have to like repay for games across the generation, and there's going to be the backwards compatibility. So I'm assuming like even if they do a new version of DayZ, that we still would have the backwards compatible version of it. So with the update, you know, to DayZ with the next gen console, they are going to be somewhat limited in what they can do. And, you know, you got to think about that too, right? Like, you can't really... You can give a game that performs a lot better. I would expect that to finally be enough, you know, juice to kind of get this running smoother. Although, again, like, my best kind of predictions on it, just in regards to the performance, I feel like a lot of the performance is maybe server-based as opposed to actually, you know, being something that is, like, console reliant, if that makes sense, optimization wise. I really feel that it's more the servers, but we'll see with the new consoles, because I think even if they boost this up right to a native 4K and they throw it on there, it should give us at least a stable frame rate. And you can't really increase the frame rate, in my opinion, because, like, I mean, you very well could, but I don't think it would be fair to other players in regards to, you know, just the advantage you're going to have over others. Ooh, a lighter. That's cool. This is a new toy. And you're like, advantage, but like if you're running at a higher frame rate, you're able to react and basically perform way better than someone that is, you know, at a lower FPS. That's just the nature of having higher FPS. That's why there's, you know, a thing for backwards compatible games where they haven't really been increasing the FPS. Wow, did the server crash? Nope. Okay, good. Just a hiccup there. Again, keeping in mind that, you know, this is going to be buggy. It is experimental. They're testing and smoothing things out. Lighters. Cool. But you get the sense of what I'm saying. I think... I don't know, they have said they're not doing crossplay. So I don't know how that would really work cross-gen. Because you would assume that, you know, it would just be the same game, right? It's just running on the new hardware and stuff. It's a very touchy kind of situation, because you don't know what developers are individually going to do. It is, you know, like entirely up to the individual developers, like what they want to do with their game. This also could be a situation, like I do believe, you know, that this will be Series X optimized, but there's also the possibility that no, they don't do that. They don't enhance it, and it just runs better. That would be the gist of it. It would run the Xbox One X version, and that would be all of it. I thought you were supposed to be able to like use the lighter, or is that functionality not there yet? I don't know, because it doesn't really give me like an interaction option with the lighter. It would be cool to get a piece of paper and see if I can like light that up. You think I could like light the bandana or something? Nope. Hmm. But you get the gist of what I'm going for, right? Just in regards to kind of like giving you the lowdown on what I think is going to happen based on the past development. And I actually wasn't even sure if we would see DayZ quite make the jump. But now that I've seen them put out this experimental server, which I imagine actually took, a bit of effort, I have higher hopes that they're going to actually carry through on development, and we'll see a next-gen version of DayZ be available. And I would assume if they're doing it for one platform, they're going to do it for both. I mean, you wouldn't miss out on the potential of the platforms, right? You want to get as much profit, and you want to get as much as you can, and you don't want to be like, you want to be kind of like platform agnostic. You don't want to favor one platform. And if it seems like they're favoring Xbox with this experimental, again, just keep in mind, a lot of it comes down to like Sony rules in regards to, beta type games and stuff like this. Xbox has been a little bit more open in the latter half of the generation in regards to allowing companies to do testing and preview and stuff like that. So that's why we're seeing this available on this platform, is because of that. So I should be able to take the alcoholic tincture, right, and combine. Or am I just disinfecting my lighter? Because, yeah, that's what I'm doing, aren't I? Well, the big disease going around. You gotta keep your lighter clean, right? Don't want the germs that might have been out here. But I am wearing gloves, so that's good. Ah, cool. So we got this and... What? Oh, is it damaged? Is it ruined? Is that ruined? Why doesn't that work with that? Oh, it's the FX mag. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, wow. I should have realized that. I've got three different guns and a mag that doesn't fit into any of them. That's hilarious. But yeah, I hope this kind of helped, and if you have further questions about this sort of thing, let me know. I kind of explained it, I think, decently, just kind of based on, again, it's a guesswork, right? A lot of this is guessing, how things are going to go, what they're going to do. I think there was some sort of official word a while back, and I did a video, but I can't quite recall. Couldn't really dig it up, though, when I was looking, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm guessing at this current point in regards to, seeing the next generation versions, getting an idea what they're going to do with DayZ, and I hope this was helpful. And you had a little bit of fun out here in the wilderness. I was kind of hoping something really strange would come across. I mean, we just found the lighter, and that's not really too thrilling. But I mean, I guess you gotta really go and do weird things if you want to get the best out of this update, because this update's more like, I guess you could call it a bit of a base building update to a degree, base building and fixes, just in regards to like the tweaks they've made to the game. And they added a ski lodge, which I think is in Tolga. I'm not 100% sure. If somebody could tell me where the actual ski lodge is, that would be great, because I'm genuinely, curious about where that one is. Oh wow, we're very far north today. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very northern location in the game. But I could see, better visuals, slightly better visuals. I mean, it's not going to make the game look that much better. I think the 1X version is pretty good. Should clean up performance a bit more. Maybe some better rendering in regards to object loading and distance. But yeah, it would be cool to see player increase too. But I think that's more them on budget as opposed to allowing them. Because I know with the private servers you can have a lot more players. So yeah, interesting thoughts.